Hi, I'm Tom Dorsett. I'm the president of ePatient Finder. First off, I'd like to thank Jonathan Libby and your team for selecting us to make the first cut for SmartCamp 2011. We are very excited about the prospect of making it to the next level and being a finalist for Austin. So to give you a little background on ePatient Finder, we're the market's first data-driven clinical trials recruiting program that's actually leveraging a nationwide network of primary care physicians. We're utilizing IBM's Initiate Healthcare Integration Framework, as well as the Cognos Analytics Engine, to identify qualified, very difficult to find patients that meet complex criteria for clinical trials. And this will actually expedite the time to market for very critical drugs and medical devices, which we think will actually both improve and save lives. The main problem we're addressing with recruiting is that the status quo, the way it's been done for the last 50 years, is really through mass media marketing. You've heard the radio ads, you've seen the billboards and the print ads. And while this does bring in patients to a degree, it's really not so effective and it's very expensive. The average clinical trial, or 80% of all clinical trials, run behind by at least 1 month, and 60% of those run behind by 3 months or more. So this is a very serious problem, considering that if you're dealing especially with a blockbuster drug or device, you're talking about millions of dollars every day that are being lost. So not only that, it's also keeping these critical, potentially life-saving drugs and devices out of the hands of the patients that need them the most. So we think what we're doing is very important. Lastly, there's a big issue. One would think that primary care physicians would be an ideal source for referrals, but the problem is most of the primary care physicians aren't even aware of trials to begin with, and even if they were aware, they would have to sit there in front of the patient and remember all of the inclusion-exclusion criteria. Patient's age, whether they've taken this medication or that medication, blood pressure, BMI, so many different variables go into that. So what ePatient Finder does is it addresses all of these problems by getting past mass marketing media in general and going straight to the source, which is the primary care physician, or PCP, and making sure that they don't have to do the heavy lifting. We do that for them through analytics. Our clients, by and large, are pharmaceutical companies, device manufacturers, and contract research organizations, or CROs. We're moving into our pilot phase, where we're going to be doing a pilot with an independent physician association that's got about 600 physicians in North Texas, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And they've already got almost 100 PCPs that are up on an electronic medical record system, which is very exciting. And they're excited to work with us because we actually bring sustainability to their health information exchange. And it's very difficult right now to find a model that works to support that expensive infrastructure without having to charge the physicians, and frankly, physicians don't want to pay for that. So we bring dollars in from the research community and pump them into the health information exchanges. We also are doing a pilot in the Bronx with a hospital that conducts research as well. So our solution is a rare one that benefits every stakeholder involved. It benefits our pharmaceutical clients and CROs and device manufacturers. Our primary care physicians actually get compensated for the work they do. Our partners that provide us access to the primary care physicians, like EMR vendors, health information exchange platform vendors, health information exchanges, and accountable care organizations, all benefit from this because we share revenue with them. The process itself, we are able to pull data in de-identified form from the health information exchange, EMPI, or their electronic medical record, and pull that into our instance of the Initiate EMPI. We're then able to run complicated analytics through the Cognos engine, and then provide our primary care physicians with a list of patients that are a perfect match for the trial that we're running for our client in that geographic area. The primary care physicians then are helped by us to create an outreach program, typically through an automated IVR call, call the patient, let them know that the physician wants to talk to them about a trial. They'll call back in on an 800 number, goes to our call center, and the patient is further screened. If they pass that, the information is sent over to the primary care physician. He'll call and do a consult with the patient. And if they're a match, they're then pushed over to the clinical trial investigator running that trial in the area. Lastly, our revenue model, we're able to charge a significant amount of money for these patients because they're not having to spend the money on the marketing costs. So we're charging anywhere between $500 and $10,000 per patient referred, depending on the complexity of the study criteria and how difficult they are to find. Our goal in the next 3 years is to build a network of 10,000 PCPs nationwide. And so far, we've hit some tremendous milestones. We have been admitted into the IBM Global Entrepreneur Program. It's been very exciting. That got us introduced to Smart Camp. And really in addressing the 3 I's, obviously we're very well instrumented using the IBM products. And we're also interconnected because we're bringing these primary care physicians together through technology to create something special. And obviously we think that's very intelligent. So we look forward to meeting with you guys soon and having the phone interview next week.